Who am I here today with? My name is Farhan Esar Shah. I'm the founder and CEO of Collab P. What is Collab P? Collab P is a very unique platform. It actually gathers projects from US state level government projects, which is like $1.8 trillion market. And then we get all the US primes as well in that data sets and then bring it to Pakistan. So Pakistani companies can interact with those US firms and indirectly and then directly enter the US state level market. What does it mean, a prime? So a prime is basically a company that is registered in US, has got all the compliances and has got a physical office and has been doing and executing state level projects and is registered with the US government. Okay, and so when you work with the US government, are you allowed to have your subcontractor be outside the US? All right, so in certain projects, certain states and certain counties, they allow that, and that's a brilliant situation where they allow that. But in most of the cases, they say that they will only contract with the US prime. So for us, for the remote service providers in Pakistan, our focus is US prime. So we work with them under an NDA, under a MAST, and we become their subcontractors. Okay, and so how big is your database on collabp.com? So this is basically 500,000 projects every year, which is 1.8 trillion. It's 90,000 awarding body, 90,000 different procurement rules. And out of those 90,000, around like 56,000 awarding bodies, we are in touch with them on a daily basis. So we map IT, engineering, design, finance, and all projects that are coming every day. Amazing, amazing. So how can companies get involved with you? So it's a very basic subscription-based model where companies come onto Collab P and they download all this information, and then it's a process-led system. So what we do is we bring you a particular project which is has a few days left for bidding. The US prime is actually preparing their bid, so you enter into that stage where you help those primes. Now the biggest question is, since a US prime is already experienced, how do you know that project? So as Collab P, we give you the list of all the US primes who are actually participating, plus we give you a statement of work, we give you a summary and a tender insight. So we equip you to make you an expert. So for example, you see a tender and then we extract the codes that are there, NAICS codes, and then we match each and every US prime participating in that. And once you go and talk to a prime and you say to them that we know that you qualify, you don't qualify, these are the documents missing, they instantly know that you're an expert. And how do you get those expertise? Is through our documents from Collab P. Very simple. Wow. That sounds amazing. How big can one single project be? So a project could be starting from 100,000 to $1 million to $5 million, and then it's piggy bank. That means it's a multi-year project. So it's from 1 year to 5 years. So you work with them, but it's not just a project that we're talking about. You're working with a US prime, and we tell you that each and every US prime is doing how much revenue every year. So you can develop actually your sales pipeline. So it's not just one project, it's multiple projects, not just state level projects, but into US private enterprise as well. Amazing. So what are you doing with Pakistan Software Export Board? So our journey has been going on for a year, as you know, and since this was a huge market, getting the focus right, and since primarily Pakistan was focused on gig and short-based work, and I thank PSEB that they've realized the potential in US SLED market. Though it took us some time to gather all of this information because there's a lot of stakeholders, but since day one, since last 2024, you've been holding our hand and guiding us what are the requirements, and we've tailored a lot of our documentation as per your feedback and your guidance. And now in 2026, after a year, our documents are focused to assist Pakistani remote service providers, not just in executing back-end NDA-based products, but they can also develop products based on this information. And the program that you are starting now is going to lead into a lot of export dollars, billions actually. How has
Pakistan Software Export Board helped you so far?
Pakistan Software Board has been very instrumental in terms of understanding the requirement, because generally the shift in AI has been so huge. Primarily, Pakistan Software Board was going with the flow of the market, where they were bringing their workforce on AI-based tools and AI-based languages. But now Pakistan Software Board has matured to go into the next stage, which is project execution. So the timing went really brilliant for Pakistan Software Export and Collab P, where PSEB was ready 2026 to go big time, and Collab P was there. So our synchronization, I think, it matches, for Pakistani companies.
What's your goal with Collab P?
So what we want to do in Pakistan, we want to train these pre-sales experts. So let's say 10,000 pre-sales expert would give jobs to around like 100,000 people in Pakistan. We just don't want to focus on IT. We want to focus on engineering, design, architecture, finance. So it's a whole ecosystem that we're talking about. And we're looking at least $3 to $4 billion in services, $5 to $10 billion in product development, and then managing these cohorts. So our aim is around like $20 billion every year. Like BlackRock has got asset under management, Collab P has got data. Our data is very organized, it's very sophisticated. If you use it right, and it's very easy to use it, we're looking at around like $20 billion export every year.
Amazing. That's just so cool to hear. And how can either people inside Pakistan or diaspora help you get to your mission faster?
Yes, the diaspora could do a very important role, specifically in US, where they're based out of all those 50 states. What we need to do is get those US companies registered as those diasporas registered as US primes. So rather than we having to work with multiple US primes and this export dollar is going to different US primes, those US primes could be actually Pakistani diasporas, so we can educate them, bring them on board. Many are US private IT companies, but we can get them into US prime roles as well, and then match these Pakistani companies to work with them. So that would be an ideal situation, which would last for years.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Farhan, for being on, and also for all that you're doing for the country and beyond. So where can people find out about you or Collab P?
So it's very simple. It's collab, COLLABP.com, or they can come to Pakistan Software Export Board and get the details from here, and we are available.
And how did you come up with the name Collab P? What does it mean?
So Collab P is basically this world of digital, and digitization means that you need to collab with various partners, So you can't go and do one project. In US, when we talk about a single project, it is sometimes finance, it's IT, engineering, design, and compliance and cybersecurity. So various fields do get organized, And since my 20 years of experience working in this particular field in US state level projects, when we started thinking about this, so this was a platform where we need to collaborate with each other. So it's not one company, it's not one freelancer, it's not one SME, it's everybody working as a team. So it's called collaboration platform. So that's how it came to Collab P. And P is for Pakistan, and P is for partnership, and P is for platform as well.
Perfect. I've known Farhan now for a year and a half when he walked into the office with this crazy idea. And he's one of the sharpest people I've ever met. He has some crazy stories about business and working with the Saudi royals and all these, managing $400 million.
Yep.
So he's the real deal. And if you can follow him, do so on LinkedIn, and just go for a Collab P platform. It's not straightforward. It needs your time and effort and energy to make it happen. But once you win, you'll win big. So it's worth the investment. It's minuscule, the time and the energy and the money required compared to what you will win with this platform. So I'm endorsing Collab P 110%, and go out and make it happen, collabp.com.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.